you're doing the fireworks stuff.
More. Do more fireworks stuff, please.
ISO 100,000. Nice. Hey friends, what up? I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great time around Christmas and that you're healthy. So this video is about the 55 versus the 85 1.8 for portraits. I'm doing this video because dear Janelle, that's her YouTube name, asked me in the comments like, will I be comparing these two lenses? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? And she actually got the 55 1.8. She was like struggling to decide between the 55 and the 85, mainly for portraits. And that's why I thought, okay, let's do a video about it. And it's cool to start just being aware of which one would I use, or which one does make sense for some certain scenarios. So that's why I was like very interested in comparing these two lenses myself, and it was a very good idea. Thank you. Let's start with comparing some images. Right here you can see I took a lot of pictures with Alexandra, and in some pictures I tried to mimic the same look with both lenses. Okay, let's take the first example, this picture and this picture. What you can see that like this picture is taken from more a lower angle, and this is like standing straight and just, you know, shooting straight on. The differences you see here is with the 85 the bokeh is like a little bit smoother. The background, these stripes get a little wider compared to the 55. So the 85 tends to have some little more background separation. So if this is like your most important thing, to get your background separated, then it is the 85 would be a good option. But in the end, if you just get like this picture shown, it doesn't really matter. Let's just go through some pictures. 85mm, 85mm, 85, 55. This is taken with the 55. That's the 85. What I noticed is that when you use the 85, you tend to take pictures a little differently. The pictures feel somewhat closer. Of course, it depends on how close you get to your subject. If you look at the bokeh, it's smooth on both sides. It's 85. It's pretty smooth if you take like headshots from very close. And here it is also very smooth. I didn't move that much, just like a little. I tried to get the same, like similar field of view and pictures. And here with the 55, I mean, for me it's like totally fine using the 55 1.8. You have also the 51.2 from Canon. If you use this, then the background is so damn blurry that it almost mimics an 85 1.8. Then this is with the 55. That's with the 85. I think I didn't move position here. I stayed at the same spot. So there you have the difference. Here I really tried to mimic like the same image, sort of. So like trying to get her having the same amount of space in the picture and being in the same position. With the 85 I needed to move back a little, of course, and it just does give you a different look. And in this case the 85, I like it better. Here are some other pictures we were like trying some model walkie shots. I always say people I take pictures of to walk like backwards. Somehow the pictures turn out more natural. So if you compare like these two pictures, 85mm, 55mm. We are in a different spot in these pictures because we were walking up and down. Let's compare the background. Here you do have a different feeling. This background is a little more compressed, and this here you have like a wider feeling. The way the lens just works. The 55 gives you a little bit of wider feeling in the pictures. The 85 narrows it a little bit more down. So with the 85 maybe it helps you focus more on the subject that you're taking a picture of. With the 55 you have a little bit, I call it environmental view. Go through some of the other pictures. These are all taken with the 85. This is the 85. This is like Flo, her husband. This is super funny. Then we were doing some pictures for like fashion things, because this is a fashion brand I'm an ambassador for, and I take pictures for them. And for these pictures, then I chose the 85. I wasn't thinking about having like this more focused view thingy. I just like the 85 better in that moment. I do think that the pictures would like turn out very well with the 55 as well. Let me show you pictures I did with the 55, where I had a photo shooting, like a family shooting. Well, I did have the 85 with me, but for many pictures I chose the 55 because, very important reason, you get to be closer to the people you're working with. With the 85, or let's say 100mm or 135mm, is like super already telezoom, and to get a headshot, like a crop headshot, you really need to walk far away. So communication gets actually harder, because everything in life is like based on relationships and how good you are in building relationships, like listening and understanding others and being understood. Yeah. So if you want me to make a video about like communication and relationships, I love that subject. There are very good books out there. Yeah, in these pictures I chose the 55 because I get to be closer to my subjects, and with the background here be more blurred. If I had used the 85, yeah, sure, it would have been different. But does it make, like, is it necessary to have a better bokeh for transporting emotion in pictures? Sometimes, maybe. In this case, I don't care. It was the lens I had on, and yeah, it's the 55. And if you look, the bokeh is super okay. It's totally fine. No one would ever care, especially my clients right here, Nelly and Benny. They would never care about the lens that I've used in this moment. And for portraits, if you're fast-paced, like doing these couple photo shoots, it's better to have maybe a more broader environmental view. And because in this picture, for example, I was walking backwards, and if I would have the 85, I would need to run like super far backwards all the time. And with the 55, I can just be like closer to my subject and have more, little bit less room between me and them. And also with these two, let's jump in here. May I introduce you to Anna? She's so funny. Okay, these pictures are weird. So yeah, these were pictures for the invitation card for their wedding, and I chose to go out this morning only with the 55, like having nothing else with me. and it was so freeing. And in the beginning when I got this lens, I didn't really like it, but now I do really like it. Look at the foreground element, it's super nice. It's at 1.8, it's smooth, I love it. This picture, super good. If I would have the 85 on, most of the time you need to stand up, walk backwards or something, and yeah. Here they're walking towards me, and they're pretty far away. Still, like in the middle of the frame, they do have a reasonable amount of background separation. And the bokeh is super smooth. I mean, it's not like super... Would it look different with the 85? Yes, it would. Would the bokeh be a little more? Yes, it would. But does it matter all the time? It doesn't matter all the time, I think. If you're having like this super look you want to go for, then the 85 would make sense. But I mean, look at the emotions they have in this picture. Or in this one. It's super cute and it's enough. So yeah, I would say the 55 is definitely very well suited for portraits. If I go in here and select only the 85 mil pictures, then I have like this concert shot, I have her. That's me. What else do we have? This is cool. Let's see. This was a band photo shooting, and we were walking around the streets in Hamburg. And here I chose the 85 because I wanted to have a little more background separation, and I wanted to have the focus more on the band, the musicians, and not have the more environmental view that the 55 would have given me. Also, these fashion pictures work very well with the 85. Love it. And these pictures of the wedding of these two, super cool. Would have turned out a little differently with the 55, definitely. To get these pictures, it was more beneficial to use the 85 because of the compressed background, and it was easier for me to cancel out like this portion of the picture in this shot, for example, or in this one. Oh yeah, on weddings it's super handy having an 85 or longer lens, because as a photographer maybe you want to like sneak around a little more and don't be in everyone's face all the time. So in this case the 85 does make more sense. It has still great separation and everything, and you get close enough to the people to get them. It would have been more difficult to achieve this look with the 55, but still if I moved a little closer to the subjects, well, then I would like lose the tree in the foreground. I would have needed to go past it to get this framing. This picture could have been achieved with the 55, like super similar. Okay, so in conclusion, the 55 does make a very good portrait lens. It gives you great separation. I mean, the 55-1.8 is one of the sharpest lenses ever. It is remarkable how sharp it is. It's crazy. Also for video, and the autofocus is like super quick. It's just amazing. I love it, and it is awesome for portraits. And you get to move a little closer, and you do have a little bit more of an environmental view while still having a good background separation with a pleasing bokeh. A longer lens like the 85 is better for having the viewers focus more directed on a certain part of the image, if that makes sense. I hope it does. This is what you want to do in portraits, like having the focus, not only like the focus of the camera, like blurry or not blurry, but the point of interest in the picture is being directed by the photographer. And with the 85 you can be like super specific, directing the view of the people who are looking at the image. I mean, this whole topic is like arguing on a very high level, because you can do amazing portraits with this and with this, and also within 17mm. That's my new lens, the 17 to 28. I love it. It's amazing. I hope like my conclusion does make sort of sense. I'm not really sure. It's like, yeah, they just can look so similar, as I've just noticed myself, you know, like in these walking shots, you know, 55mm, 85mm, pretty similar somehow. With these two, yeah. For me, sure, I do notice the difference, but it does look similar. In the end, it depends on what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and what look you want to go for. Both lenses are right, and they have their arguments, good points, and not so much negative points actually. So there you have it. Lots of talking. Maybe you got something out of this. I really hope so. I hope you're gonna have a very good transition into the new year, and all the best for 2020 for you guys. Health, happiness, contentment, like being content with who you are, with what you do, and where you're going. And contentment is often achieved through thankfulness. If you start to be thankful for basic things, like expressing thankfulness for super basic things, it's huge. It's changing lives, guys. At least for me, like being thankful for the bed I have, like super simple, clean water, like having a toilet. For real. Yeah. Have a great last days of this year, and see you soon. Oh yeah, and as always, if you got any questions, I will make sure to answer them to my best ability. Bye guys, see you soon.